Alright, YouTube. Today I want to talk a little bit about Obama. He's getting in his last couple of years in office, and well, he's gonna be, I guess, on the speaker circuit. Probably making tons of money, going around, just giving probably a 20-minute speech or something, collecting a couple of $1 million, like that Reagan guy, you know. Well, anyway, a lot of people, if you say anything negative about Obama, because they consider him to be like a god, a Jesus Christ or somebody. So you can't, it's especially black women. I mean, I don't know. You don't want to necessarily just, because black women, I wouldn't say they're naive, but, but they tend to not get the whole picture, because if you criticize someone, you're not necessarily saying you dislike the person. You just disagree with his particular, not necessarily agenda, but some of the statements that he might have made in the past. So, I guess black women, if you tend to disagree with someone, if something they say, they tend to say, well, you don't like that particular person. Then again, that's the period that black women, they don't necessarily understand that it's okay to disagree with someone if you don't particularly agree with their philosophy or their understanding about things. It's like, you have to always agree with someone and go along like your little puppy dog, Well, anyway, back to what I was originally trying to say before I got kind of sidetracked, is that Obama, he's on his last few years in office. We know he's going to make a ton of money on the speaker circuit. However, as far as him being a credible person, I know now, looking back, Bill Clinton, he's another guy. I mean, he was at that thing with Monica, and I mean, his credibility is kind of shaky too. But you have these diehard Democratic people. They're always gonna follow the leaders. They just, wherever the leaders go, I guess they'll follow them off the cliff. Well, anyway, I keep getting sidetracked here. Anyway, back to Obama. He's on his last year or two. I haven't even been counting. Anyway, as far as his credibility, I think his credibility is at an all-time. Well, I don't think he have any credibility at all. But people eventually, especially black people, he didn't really do anything to help black people. That's really known. I mean, he tried to help the Hispanic people out, because I think they gave a lot of support for him. The Jewish people, he definitely backed, because I think the Jewish people got behind him when he was a senator. Probably before he was a senator in Chicago. Well, anyway, as far as Obama credibility, I don't think he really have any credibility for as the black people. I mean, because he haven't really done anything to what black people. I mean, why would you have Obama come to speak for, say, at a black church or a black college or something like that? I mean, that's totally just, because he haven't never done anything for black people. Why would you have, so that's just like having inviting a KKK, a Grand Wizard of the KKK, because he's definitely, you would say, hey, why would you invite somebody from the KKK? Well, freedom of speech, and he got the right to say what he want to say and stuff like this. But back to Obama again. This guy have never done anything for black people. As far as him getting on the speaker circuit, he might do well as far as the Hispanics, because he really tried to help the Hispanics and probably the Jewish people. But as far as him, doing some speech at some black organization, I know we're going to have some resistance as far as that, but then again, you have a lot of black people that really don't like black people. I mean, you have the black, especially the black elite. They just want to, they come from generations of people with wealth. So ordinarily, they wouldn't necessarily support a poor black person, to have to say anything positive, or do anything to try to help a poor black person. But these would probably be the people. I think Obama went up to some place in Massachusetts, Nantucket, somewhere where all the black elite hang out at. This might be, he might, get on their circuit, on their speaker circuit, hang out with them. They would probably love, oh, this is the first black president. Yeah, right. Just hang out with the black yuppie crowd, But as far as like a working class people, I don't think that he's worthy of presenting himself as a credible person that really tried to help the working class people out. That's a clear understanding from my point of view, that he never really tried to help especially the working class people out here in America, especially the black working class people here in America. I think that Obama, as far as black people view him, most black people are real forgiving. There a lot of things they overlook, especially the exception would be a Bill Cosby, who really tried to put black people down. I mean, when he dropped his, I don't want to use the word drop his pants, but when he, was in a pretty low point, I mean, as far as the accusations about him, I mean, you have people that came out and really tried to make it known exactly what this guy was all about, or what he was alleged to have done. But one thing that real strange about Obama is that, he's got these kids, How can you, like, especially they black kids, anybody can see that. But how can you not do something for black people when your whole family is black? I mean, it seemed like that was come on. That was man, that's just terrible, And I kind of put a little, I guess, that really kind of weakens your credibility as a black person, and it's like people talk about the cops, I know it was a movie I was watching about this guy was saying that he was a cop. He was a black cop. I forget the name of the movie. Well, anyway, they said, "Oh, that's the worst thing you can be as a black person is a cop, because that, nobody really, I guess, would be credible. You wouldn't be I guess, held as a high esteem in a black neighborhood as you was a cop." And that's what he was trying to relate to in the movie. Well, anyway, as far as Obama as a black person not doing anything to help black people, that's really makes his credibility as a black person. It looks bad. Jewish people, they do something for Jewish people. Hispanic people, they do something for their people. So white people do something. Well, this guy, black president, don't do anything for black people. I don't know. That seems like that really, it's really hurts your credibility as a black person. That's like, I don't want to use the word sellout, but it seems like that's what it really, it boils down to, is that he's just a total sellout. So whoever got the most money, hey, I'm for sale. Stuff like that. I know when I was a kid, my dad, he drunk. I don't want to say he was an alcoholic, but he was a functioning alcoholic. He drank a little bit, and he worked all week. I think my dad worked like 7 days a week, sun up to sundown. And then he drank a little bit. And anyway, I get kind of cringe anytime people they say, "Oh yeah, your dad's such and such," they call his name, And I kind of "Oh, what they gonna say about my dad?" Ooh, I don't want to say. I cringe a little bit when they mention his name. Well, anyway, this is kind of the things that I'm thinking that Obama's children's gonna do. It's ooh, they're gonna cringe up when they be around other black people. So, a good suggestion is that they just don't hang around too many black people.